Welcome to San Diego's most popular local morning news. Good morning, San Diego.
And a former high roller is going to be here to talk about his story of gambling and winning big and then falling hard.
All about card counting, how to do it and then don't do it.
That's the topic of a new movie, right? 21.
Yes, it is. And he feels like it's time. A lot of people are going to be watching that movie and going out and trying it and end up like he did, which was basically flat broke,
so he's
trying
got a good lesson.
So he's written a book. Yep.
Gambling and winning and then falling pretty hard. We'll talk to him. He's got some lessons for you. Stay with us.
All right, with the economy turning south and money running short for a lot of people, well, some people may turn to gambling for hope. Former high roller Oliver Galang is here to share his story of hitting it big and then falling hard at the blackjack tables and in general in Las Vegas and here even at the casinos around San Diego, right?
Yeah. Mainly Verona, actually.
Verona? All right. Well, you have a book, and it's called Card Counting, The Real Truth in Blackjack.
Yeah.
Why don't we start at the beginning? How in the world did you get started with the card counting idea?
I started pretty small. My friend used to bet like $25 a hand, and he started getting me into it. So with $25 a hand, I was winning like $1,000. And then I was like, wow, if I could win $1,000 off at 25, what do I do if I bet $100 a hand? And it started building up from there to up to $5,000 a hand.
There's a new movie, right, called 21, and it's about a group of college students that do just that, card counting. You hear so much about card counting when you go to Vegas. So they go, and they watch out for it because it's not legal at the tables, right? They can run you out of casinos if they catch you.
They frown upon it, yeah. They do frown upon it, but it's not illegal.
It's not illegal, but they frown upon it. And Vegas frowns upon something, they make sure it doesn't happen. Or, they run you out. But you can get away with it if you know what you're doing. But you're saying that it doesn't work even when you know what you're doing.
Yeah, unfortunately, I found out the hard way. I mean, the main reason why it doesn't work is because the dealer can have 20 or 21 just like you. The whole thing about card counting is you want to determine how many aces and tens there are in the deck. Now, the more aces and tens that are in the deck, the more likelihood you're going to hit 20 or 21. So you make larger bets, 10,000, 5,000, whatnot.
Okay.
And what people don't realize is the dealer can get 20 or 21 just like you.
And usually does. It seems like it. Let's talk about your story in particular. How much did you win? What were you winning when you were going good?
I don't know, anywhere from like $20,000 a day, but I would lose it the next day. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like a roller coaster.
Sure.
I mean, you're up 20,000, you're down 20,000.
It felt pretty good to have 20,000 in your pockets, though, right? Walking around Vegas. And
it was kind of scary. I was afraid I was going to get shot or mugged every once in a while, but...
But obviously not enough because you kept doing it, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of addicting. I mean,
sure.
When you're on a rush, you think you're an expert at it and you can make a living off of it, which eventually you don't. I eventually actually went bankrupt, actually.
You hit rock bottom and
yeah, I did. I lost everything, basically.
Talk about this book. Why are you doing this? Card Counting, The Real Truth in Blackjack.
Well, the main reason why I wrote it was because I didn't want everybody to fall into the same trap that I did. I don't want them, to go bankrupt. I mean, with the economy, going south and the gas prices rising up. With that new movie 21, I thought more people would be intrigued to.
It does glamorize it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. But they're only going to find out they're just going to lose their money, and I don't want them to end up in the same boat that I did.
Talk a little bit more about the card counting aspect of it, because it is something that we mentioned a lot of people know about, and they're going to go try it, and it does work. It does give you that high when it's working, right?
Yeah, it does, definitely. I mean, right now I'm working on a streak theory. I mean, the whole thing about gambling is you have your good days and your bad days. Regardless if the card count is super high, like, I don't know, plus 16 or higher, you're betting like maybe $1,000 or $5,000 a hand. But you could get 20 and the dealer will have 21. And you just end up losing till you lose everything, I guess.
What is this? There's a chapter devoted to double up theory. What's that?
It's really simple. I just came up with it. What happens is, let's say you're betting like $100 a hand, and then you lose the $100. Then you decide to bet, $200.
$200 to make up for it, right? You keep going like that, right?
Exactly. Until you eventually you're going to win. That's what most people think. But it's not always the case.
It doesn't quite work that way. So how are you doing now? You're away from gambling? You're staying away from it? Or?
A little bit. I'm not gambling as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I'm only hitting the quarter tables, which is like $25 a hand.
Right.
I mean, it's a far cry from like $1,000 or $5,000.
Keeping it down.
Yeah.
Oliver Galang, Card Counting, The Real Truth in Blackjack. You can get it on Amazon. Is that what you said?
Amazon.com. It's actually number 3.
It's doing very well on Amazon.com. All right. Well, thank you and congratulations to you, and keep it down, okay? Keep it down.
All right, thanks,
Oliver.
Steve.
Appreciate it.